Hello everybody, this is Bev with Stampin' with Inkie Fingers. Just doing my video for mystery stamping on Wednesday, February 10. Again, if you're shopping with me, the host code for February 1 to 14 is right here. And remembering, if your order is over $200, do not use the host code, because then Stampin' Up! Will allow you to use the host credits for yourself and get something. And remember that February is still celebration month, so for every $60 you spend, you can choose a free item from the flyer. And if you're spending $120, you can choose 2 items or 1 item at the $120 mark. All right, so again, for every $60 you spend, you can choose another free item from that flyer. All right, so we'll get started. Mystery stamping this week is clue number 1, gathering your supplies. So the first thing we need is color number 1 is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Color number 2 is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Basic white or very vanilla, you need a piece that's 3 1/2 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then you also need a scrap piece of white or vanilla for your sentiment. Your designer series paper piece is going to be 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then you need a stamp set with a sentiment in it, ink to coordinate with the DSP and or cardstock. Embellishments, you want a piece of ribbon that's approximately 5 inches long, and then any other embellishments that you want, your trinkets, rhinestones, or pearls, and a selection of adhesive. All right, so I'm just going to show you here what we've got. So you've got color number 1 is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Color number 2 is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Your basic white is 3 1/2 by 11, scored in half at 5 1/2. So you can, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's a score mark right there. Your DSP is 3 1/2 by 5 1/2, and then a piece of scrap white for your sentiment. All right. So getting started, clue number 2 is fold the piece of 3 1/2 by 11 in half. So that's your basic white piece. And you're just going to fold that along the score mark and burnish it with your bone folder. Okay, so now you've got basically a card base that's opening up from the bottom up. And it is a little bit narrower, but that's on purpose. All right. Clue number 3 is adhere the color number 2, which is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. So that's this piece here, to color number 1, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you're just going to mat these 2 pieces together. They are the same height, but the color number 2 is a little bit narrower on either side. Okay, so glue those 2 pieces together. Okay, clue number 4 is wrap your piece of ribbon around your piece of designer series paper. Okay, so take your designer series paper and just wrap a piece of ribbon around it. I haven't cut mine, but typically what I'll do in this case is put a glue dot on the end of the ribbon, wrap it around, and then cut it and put a glue dot on this side and wrap it around as well. Okay. All right, so that was clue number 4. Clue number 5 says, adhere the DSP piece to the front of the basic white. So that's that piece that you folded in half. Take your DSP and adhere it right over the top. So you're covering the entire piece of this card base. Okay. Okay, clue number 6 says to adhere the basic white to your color number 1, number 2 piece. So this is your number 1, number 2, and you've got these adhered together. I didn't glue mine together, but yours will be. Now you're going to take this piece, which is your basic white card base, and glue it right over top of that. So again, everything is the same height. You should just have a little bit of a match on the left and right margins. So it's a little difficult to do without actually gluing it down, but there's what it's going to look like. So you've got your mat, or your 5 1/4 by 4, and then 3 1/2 by 5 1/2, and then your white card base with the DSP on top of it. Okay, so that's all glued together now, and you should be able to open it like that. Okay, clue number 7 is stamp your sentiment on the scrap white or vanilla and punch, die cut, or fussy cut it out. So again, I already have mine stamped and cut out. That was so sweet of you, and that is from, which stamp set is that from? The Sweet Strawberry. So this has lots of nice sentiments in it. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. That was so sweet of you. That's one I used. Just for you. Hello there, and thank you. And it's got the berries and the flowers and the leaves. Okay, once you've got that cut out, clue number 8 says adhere your sentiment piece with dimensionals to the front of your card, placing it over the ribbon. So again, mine isn't put together, but I had the ribbon across pretty much the center of the card, and then I just laid the sentiment over top of the ribbon, like so. So you'll see the ribbon on either side, and your sentiment goes across. Okay, clue number 9 says to add any embellishments if you wish. And so on my original card, wherever it is, there we go. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but I've just put some hearts on my card, 3 of them. Right, so there's your add your embellishments if you wish. And clue number 10 says your mystery is solved. And so there's the original card I made. I showed you that a minute ago, right there. And then I made it in different colors this round, or I will, with the blues. So just a good card, good quick layout to make lots of different cards. All right, so that is our mystery solved for February 10th. And I'll see you again next week. Take care, and make sure you post some pictures to my Facebook page, Stampin' with Inkie Fingers, so that we can all have a look at the different designs that we're able to make with this layout. Have a good week, everybody.